It's your boy Jimmy Blue, Mr. All Access Elite Boxing reporting live from Fort Worth, Texas. I'm here with the young lion, welterweight contender, unbeaten, undefeated, Vergil Ortiz Jr. How you doing, Vergil?
I'm pretty good. How about you?
Man, I'm doing wonderful, brother. Listen, this is a huge fight, man. This fight week, we're here in Fort Worth, Texas. We just got done with the press conference. You know, we got Oscar De La Hoya, Bernard Hopkins, Maurice Hooker. We got all big name fighters here, man, coming out here to support you, and obviously you're out here doing your thing as well. Explain to us, man, the excitement, the emotion that you feel knowing that you're coming to your hometown, but that you're bringing big fight to Texas.
It's different. It's even different compared to the Orozco fight. This is different because I'm fighting another Dallas native. He has fans here as well. He has family here as well. There's gonna be two fights going on Saturday. It's gonna be me and Hooker, and it's gonna be the fans, not necessarily fighting each other, but when they're cheering, you can definitely hear that. And it's gonna be very competitive, and I'm looking forward to it.
Man, a lot of people, I feel, just boxing fans in general, boxing experts, they don't really give Maurice Hooker his just dues. I mean, the guy has been a professional now for many years. He's put on for the city. I know that he's been a pro since you've been an amateur as well. You guys kind of grew up in the same system. And, the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, man, everybody knows everybody. You know what I'm saying? From the media to the fighters. What do you know, or rather, what can you say about Maurice Hooker as far as his attributes, what he brings to the ring, and the challenges that he possesses?
Well, you can't knock his experience. He definitely has experience. He fought like 3 or 4 undefeated fighters back to back.
That's right.
He beat them all. And so you really can't knock him at all. You can't look over him. You can't look past him at all. He has a long reach. He's taller than me. He just has that dog in him. I've seen him fight before. You hit him, he's gonna want to come back with 4 or 5 different punches. To get that point back and make up for it. But that's it right there. And also, he has a new trainer in Beaumont.
That's right.
He's the trainer of Crawford. I'm sure they've got some strategic strategy going on right now, whatever that is. But it's going to be a challenge, and we're ready for it.
Yeah, you make a very interesting point, Vergil, because like you said, what's difficult, man, especially in boxing, is whenever a world-class fighter implements, or rather brings in a new trainer, because you never truly know what type of style they're going to bring, what type of strategy they're going to implement. And, with Maurice, like you stated, Maurice has one of the, if not the longest reach in boxing, which I believe is 80 inches. He's a dog. He likes to fight. He likes to come forward. He can bang. And he was in a hell of a war. I called it Fight of the Year with him and Jose Ramirez a year and a half ago here in Dallas. And I know that you had been asking for this fight. It's something that you've been requesting. You obviously called out Eddie Hearn at Matchroom Boxing and wanted this fight. Now you have the fight, man. But I think now, more so than ever, you've built your name. People know you. People know what you bring. You do your talking in the ring. You know what I'm saying? All the knockouts that you've had, whether it's body shots, uppercuts, jabs, I've seen you knock and drop guys left and right, whether it's even from fights or even from sparring. You know what I'm saying? With Maurice's height, with Maurice's reach, how are you able to neutralize that difference?
There's a lot of different ways to do it. I really couldn't tell you. We're gonna find out on Saturday. I can't give you a full. What works one way might not work again. There's different things. There's many different ways to do it. A lot of those ways won't work. A lot of ways will. I myself don't even know. We're gonna have to find out. I'm gonna have to find out.
Listen, Vergil, we're in an era, man. I tell everybody this. We're in a new era of boxing. Okay, we got a lot of young, hungry lions such as yourself, which I feel you're leading the way. Everybody's proclaiming you, brother, as the future of boxing, the next one, the prodigy. Now, when you have guys that are similar in age, man, similar in as far as like records, but in different weight classes, they tend to do a lot of talking, whether it be on Twitter, social media, and we as boxing fans and experts know that that's not how you make fights. Negotiations, things like that are done in close quarters, behind closed doors, but it's very rare to see the best fight the best. And I feel that with you, you've been calling out everybody who's everybody, whether it's Sean Porter, Terrence Bud Crawford, even Earl Spence Jr., Keith Thurman, Danny Garcia. You've been calling all these guys out, man. And Maurice Hooker was the only one to step up to the plate. What does that mean to you, man, as a man, knowing that he's willing on to take that challenge, but also give you the opportunity to give the fight fans a hell of a show?
Yeah, first of all, that's big respect right there to Mo.
Sure.
It's he didn't have to take this fight. This is his first fight at 147. They say it's his second fight, but I think he fought at 144 or something like that. So it really doesn't count. So this is his first at 147. A lot of people already don't want to fight me, and he wants to fight me. That says a lot about him. He definitely, I don't want to say he has balls, because that kind of makes me feel like I'm giving myself a big head. But I definitely don't feel like that I'm in any challenge. I'm a fighter, and
exactly.
I'm here. I'm one of the best coming up, and for him to take this fight, I gotta respect it. And for him to take this fight, that means he feels confident in this fight. He feels like he can beat me, and that's a real fight right there. It's not one-sided at all. You don't know who's gonna win.
Let me ask you, in your own words, Vergil, as I stated, it's rare that we see the best fighting the best. Last weekend, we saw, Chocolatita versus Estrada. That was potential fight of the year. This fight has fight of the year written all over it, man. What do you feel it's going to take, man, just in boxing in general, for the best to fight the best? What do you think? I mean, what do you think boxing is missing?
I just feel like people are too worried about the money. They're too worried about losing their O. You see it all the time. Once people lose their O, and all of a sudden they want to fight everyone.
That's right.
They lost their undefeated record. They don't care anymore. That's really all it is. They feel like the longer they keep their O, the more money that they'll bring in. Obviously, I think it is important to get your fair share of the money because you've worked hard all your life for it. But at the same time, I feel like people are scared of losing. You shouldn't be scared of it.
Well, do you feel that it's fair, man, as far as the criticism that fighters get? Because like you stated, it isn't like the UFC. A lot of these MMA guys, they lose the fight, man, they're acknowledged as a warrior, and these guys continuously keep getting bigger and bigger fights. But when boxing, like you stated, if you lose, you lose, and it's kind of harder to kind of work your way up.
Yeah.
Do you feel it's fair as far as a fighter, for fight fans or just the people that are in charge giving those types of criticism to fighters?
I feel like we need critics. Critics keep you in your place.
That's
critics
right. Keep you on your toes.
They motivate you to do better. So there's good and bad. It's just the way how you are as a person and the way you see it. Critics can be a good thing for the sport of boxing. As far as people, I don't even remember what I was gonna say. It's not gonna lie. But,
let me ask you this, Vergil. Last question. Maurice said he's going to bring it. I talked to his camp, Bomac. He says, you know what, man? It's fine that we're the underdog. It's fine that people are counting us out because we come from the mud. We come from, humble beginnings. You come from humble beginnings yourself. You're with your father. He's been training you since the very beginning. And your father, along with yourself, expects very big things from you guys. What do you want to tell Maurice Hooker if he's watching? And what do you want to tell the fight fans if they're listening?
Well, okay, so... they're the underdog or whatever. But the thing is, it doesn't matter if he's the underdog or if I'm the underdog. I'm still going to train the same way.
That's right.
This is the hardest fight of my career, which it is. It doesn't matter what the fans think. It doesn't matter what the social media says. The only person that matters is your opponent. I'm not counting him out at all. I'm expecting him to be the best version of himself. So we train like it. Or we've definitely come prepared for anything that comes in our way. So.
Well, listen, Vergil, we appreciate your time, man. Like I said, I know you guys are going to show out. You're going to show up. It's going to be this Saturday live on DAZN, Dickies Arena in Fort Worth, Texas. If you haven't had a chance already, www.ticketmaster.com. You're going to see young, vicious, venomous Vergil Ortiz versus Mighty Mo Hooker. It's going to be a hell of a night of boxing, man. It's your boy Jim and Blue, Mr. All Access Elite Boxing, signing off with one of the best fighters in the world, Vergil Ortiz.